baby. What is going on, everybody? Sorry that we're late tonight. It's been a little bit of a hot mess, and just fair warning, tonight's live stream is only going to be about a half hour-ish long because I've got a ridiculously long week ahead of me. So we've got a half hour to hang out and me make it through your comments and everything. Let me give you a quick update as to what is going on. So Rick and I are kicking off a very large job tomorrow. We have to be there at 7 a.m. ready to rock at a large beverage manufacturer. We're ripping out and totally redoing a bunch of bays for them, and then we have to get that job to a point that I can take off, because Wednesday night I fly to Tomahawk, Wisconsin to go run the Minotaur that all of you guys have been asking about. I'm gonna go run the Minotaur. Rick's gonna be flying solo Thursday and Friday. The following week we're off Monday for Labor Day. Then we have to hit it hard because I'm only in town that week. Then I fly out of town to San Francisco, then to San Antonio, and then to Austin for a series of filming things for Chevron and for my own recording film business, if you will. And so, yes, we've got a tremendous amount of crap going on. And so that is why we're only doing a half hour tonight. And just fair warning, live streams are probably going to go down for 3 or 4 weeks, if I had to guess, because of all the stuff that I've got going on, plus the holiday. It's just, everything is all dogpiling on me all at one time in this little chunk of the year. So with that being said, let's get into the comments, because Canadian, man, you guys fired off like super early. Let me switch over to live chat here, make sure I get everybody. All right, so we got the Canadian. I ran into a microbiologist the other day. He was much bigger than I expected, but oh my gosh. Let's see here. Fun fact, before crowbars were invented, crows just, oh my goodness. Canadian, this is bad. This is just a lot of bad jokes. Richard Vincent, what's going on? Did not get to play in the field today. Today was a lot of, well, I made my kids dig in the dirt pile because they were being disrespectful and couldn't get their attitudes under control. So they went and digged in the dirt pile, because that's what you do in our house when you can't get your S together. Let me move that chat over so it closes that up. All right, here we go. The Canadian. Still on bad jokes. Here we go. Things are kind of boring on the lake today. Fixing concrete in front of my condo. So that's an interesting watch. There you go. Let's see here. Great jokes, Canadian. They're high maintenance. There you go. Bum, 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 bum. So this is all before I even logged on. My goodness, you guys. Shane, you made it. Yes, and you beat me to my own live stream. It's been a bit of a hot mess, guys. I'm sorry. It's a bit of a hot mess. Crazy busy week, Ryan Garrett. Week is looking like it's going to be the same. Dude, I'm right there with you. It's unbelievable how much life is dogpiling right now. It's yes, it's going to be a crazy week. It's going to be a crazy week, but realistically, it's going to be a crazy like month and a half around here. Bobby Rubaglia, that's right. Late, and it's a short stream. I like to hit you on all cylinders while we're doing it. Yes, and it did just jump in all of a sudden because I did not make it down here in time to get the live stream software set up to do my fancy countdown and all that jazz. And there you go. That is why we just jumped in tonight. It's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be just a disaster. Brandon, I'll cover for you Thursday and Friday. Tell Rick he has to fly me out and all that usual crap. Brandon, you've got to drive your ass out here. As an apprentice, no one flies you. You have to earn your keep before we fly you places. Nick Santamaria, what's going on, buddy? How's things up in the Great White North? Shane, I will try to fill in your time slot for the stream. Absolutely, Shane. Keep these guys busy because it's gonna be at least 3 or 4 weeks before I get another live stream back up. So yeah, it's just life is a bit crazy right now. Matthew Vanderkloot, glad I watched your video on Rock Truck Basics. Was put in one Friday. Very cool. Well, awesome that you got the experience, and I'm glad that we were able to kind of prep you for that, so it wasn't it didn't totally throw you off. That's awesome. Very happy to help out. Jake the Green-Eyed Snake, hey, I'm back finally. Sorry I've been MIA. Yeah, it's been a hot minute, Jake. Where have you been, my friend? Where have you been? Nick, no need to apologize there. I'm in the same boat. So just to reiterate, this is only going to be about a half-hour long stream, and we are out for the next 3 to 4 weeks because things are really busy. This is, I don't know, I feel like most seasons, this is kind of how it goes. It's just this giant dog pile in the very end of the season. Because after this beverage manufacturer job pops off, there is a good chance that we will be flying down to North Carolina and doing a job for one of the contacts we made through the YouTube channel He's doing a storage lot development down there, and Rick and I are going to actually go do all of the site work for him. So it's going to be a fun time, but it's also going to be a disaster. So but everyone, Jackson. So Jackson is the main reason you guys are getting a live stream tonight. I'm gonna be totally honest and say it. I was on the verge of canceling it just because things are so crazy and I wanted to spend the time with the family tonight. But we have an announcement to make. Jackson, well, I will wait for the delay, but you tell me if you would like me to announce it or if you would like to announce it. Let's just make sure we leave any amounts out just so that we don't put your employer in a weird spot. But you tell me who you would like to announce the big announcement, Jackson. But you guys can all thank Jackson for the live stream tonight, because originally I was not going to do a live stream. But Jackson's got some pretty awesome news that I wanted to drop for the full channel so we can all celebrate together, since we've kind of got this awesome little community here. So, yes. Gotta love the out-of-town work, 100%, Jake. Let me go back up here. Brandon, fine, I'll drive, but someone's reimbursing me for fuel. That's only if you pull your weight, Brandon, and I'm telling you right now, I don't know, man. I don't know. You gotta come out and prove yourself. Shane, work is going crazy here too, running a crew for a short time while the other job's finishing up. Well, that's good. You're getting some superintendent experience under your belt. All about that. Nick, it's playoff time. There you go. That's it too. It is playoff time. Desiree Hayden, what's going on? It's been a while since I've seen you in here, and thank you very much for the studio videos. We are making progress. The driveway is fully in now, and we are getting ready to do the last bit of permitting so that we can throw the septic field in and we can start digging footers on the house. Things should start happening relatively quickly here. Nick, end of season rush. At the same time of setting up the snow season. And Jackson is going to announce his own announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the drum roll. Jackson Alonso has an announcement. Awesome news. Go ahead and drop it in the comments there, Jackson, for everyone to enjoy so we can all celebrate with you. Canadian, Foreman qualifications can sit in the truck. That's not true, Canadian. Can you park the truck in the middle of all of the work being conducted? Open the door, get out, and start bitching at everyone for not getting work done. That is true proper training for being a foreman. You have to have the white truck parked in the smack dab middle of everything, and then you have to yell that there's no production happening on the job site. Boom! There it is, Jackson Alonso. I'm getting my second raise coming soon. Really proud of himself. He's been working really hard at his job. 100% Jackson is getting a second raise at his job because he is that kind of guy, that kind of an employee. His employer is taking care of him and appreciating him. That is awesome, awesome, awesome news, Jackson. We are so stoked for you, proud of you. Really, really awesome stuff. And thank you for dropping that in the live stream. I'm glad that we've created a community here already. You're getting the celebrations from everyone. I love it that we've developed this sort of a community that we can all celebrate with you. Unfortunately, because of the shortness of the stream, I don't have a drink to raise to you. But again, congratulations, Jackson. That is super, super awesome stuff. Super stoked for you, man. It's awesome. Let's see here. Canadian, 4 months till Christmas. Yeah, it's coming at us super quick. Absolutely. It feels like it should be March or April in my mind. And we're already almost to Christmas. So, yes, that's kind of the year in a nutshell right there. Let's see, Brian, 100%. You have to park it in the most inconvenient locations, but then you have to turn around and bitch that is, that no one's getting any production. AP, what's going on? Welcome from the great UK over there, or Britain, or I don't even know, because I always get those all mixed up and messed up, and yeah, I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'm sorry. Congratulations. Yes, that's it too, Canadian. You got to leave the door open even when you're outside the truck for a half hour. Leave it running. Make sure you leave that truck running, because heaven forbid you shut it off. Yes. Everyone is commenting with the exact same. Yes. If you're going to be a foreman, you have to park your truck in the worst spot possible. Let's see here, Canadian. I saw Shane's video where he says, I don't want you to tell me how close I am to the door. I want you to close it. And it hit me at a spiritual level. Yes. Yes. That is, yes. Absolutely. Yeah, shut the door. You don't need to leave the door wide open, and you don't need to park your freaking truck right in the middle of the entire job that's going on to get out and tell a laborer that you need him at the other end of the job. Park your effing white truck 100 yards away where you're totally out of the way and walk your ass over here like everybody else on the site has done. I'll get off of that soapbox. Oh, let's see. Your question about dealing with a city work crew connecting sewer to a house so the home can go off septic. What is the question? It's a city crew connecting sewer to a house so the home can go off. Okay, I'm with you. Amuniki, I can't ever remember how to pronounce it. Amuniki, what's going on? Good to see you. Nick, 2.5 months till snow season officially starts. Yeah. It's gonna get cold soon. And like, that's the other part of this whole thing is I'm still like enjoying the warmness of what feels like early summer, not realizing it's late summer and it's about to start getting cold, and I'm not ready for it. I'm sorry. Most years by this time I'm actually starting to wind down and I'm actually ready for it to be cold, but this year I'm not ready for it, guys. I'm not. I'm ready to keep the heat around for a little bit. Jake, just saying, pulling off the salt pepper beer very well, my friend. Keep it growing for the upcoming cold months. Thank you very much. So this is a grand experiment. For my entire life, I have not made it this deep in a beard grow because my face gets super itchy. And so I just powered through this time with the help of beard oil, by the way. I mean, since this is mostly guys in here anyway, we might as well have the discussion. Beard oil has been a total game changer. I don't get the flakiness. I don't get itchy. It's actually, this has been really easy to grow the beard out this time. And so now we're going full on. Like, who knows? Maybe in a year this thing is going to be down to here and I'll have a small bird living in it. I'm not decided yet which direction I want to go, but I do appreciate your compliment. Let's see here, Jackson, you'll be on hot. Yes, see, Lever Monkey, I love it when they do that. I run over and crank the heater, turn on the wipers, and shut the door. That's it. Yeah, you got to mess with them. Brian, you should come this winter and get some snow removal footage. Oh, God, Nick, as tempting as that is, man, we'll see. We will see what the winter looks like. Let me put it that way. Let's see here, Desiree, what's the story with Equipment World publication? Freelance writer. So Equipment World picked me up. Randall Riley is the name of the publishing company behind Equipment World. I had been doing this channel for about 1.5 years, and they reached out to me because their old host, Wayne Grady, was going someplace else. And so they needed someone to host their show for them. And they asked if I'd be willing to. And I said, sure, why not? And I've been hosting that show ever since. And it's really cool because that provides a lot of the contacts that have allowed me to do a lot of our Sweat and Grime interviews. A couple of the Diesel and Iron contacts that I've made have been through the dirt. Excuse me. And so all that to say, that's kind of worked out to be a really beneficial thing. And it doesn't. The lengthiest amount of time that I spend on it is nailing down interviewees. And that is actually a substantial amount of time. The actual interview process really doesn't take that much of my time up. So it's been really nice up until recently where I've gotten way overwhelmed with all the other stuff. I don't have time to line out the guests. So that has been a bit of a juggling match. So Bacon, what's going on, my man? So unfortunately, we're only here for another 15 minutes tonight, but you can ask your questions. I know you're wanting some, what was it, loader advice? I can't remember what you were wanting to pick my brain about, but fire away with the questions. Let's see here. Can't wait for so Richard's ready for the cold weather. Yep. Podcast. So the podcast is separate from all of the dirt and the Equipment World stuff. The podcast is MySpace. That's my platform. The dirt is owned by Randall Riley and is under the Equipment World name, if you will. I'm at work and the net is slow. Wish I could get to watch the live. Oh man, that sucks, unfortunately. But at the same time, it's not going to be that long of a stream. We've only got about 15 minutes left, so you're not missing a whole lot tonight. So of all the nights to be at work, this isn't a bad one. Let's see here, Brian. Will I be seeing you in Kentucky this October for Equipment Expo? Most likely not, Jackson, unfortunately, because we are so swamped here with this big project kicking off. Plus, I'm going to have the studio build going on. I don't know that I will be able to skip town for that. We will see. I don't know what Jake is referencing there. Beard oil. Oh, oil helps a ton. Yes. Oh, I got it. We're talking beard oil. Yeah. Beard oil and cream is awesome. Can't go clean shaven anymore. It feels naked. You know, I don't know. We'll see if this sticks around. It has become a really nice thing. Like, you know, you can sit there and stroke it. You're like, yes, and it makes you look really like I'm really considering the options you laid out for me, and I've decided no. See, if I didn't have the beard, I wouldn't have been able to pull that off. It wouldn't have had nearly as much weight in my contemplativeness. There you go. You said there's a chance you might be going. Yeah, unfortunately, because we're so busy, I don't know if it's going to happen. But Con Expo for sure. We will definitely be at Con Expo next year. So homeowner septic. Oh, my lord, where'd that come from? All right, here we go. Shane, so homeowner septic is not working and fills every 3 weeks. So he paid the city to install a manhole and tap. They are taking their time getting to it. How long should it take? Unfortunately, the answer to that is however long it takes. When you're dealing with the municipality and they're going to do all the work, unfortunately, it's whenever they feel like getting to it. Most of the time, the way it's always worked in my world is the city will only get you to about the sidewalk, or at least outside the curb line of the road. And once it's there, it's up to the homeowner to take care of it. They actually won't do the connection to the house. That's been our experience, and that's the way it operates here. So the fact that the city's even doing it into the house is actually kind of astonishing to me. But most of the time, you're stuck as a homeowner hiring a private company to do the rest of the run. So, let's see here. Small world. Cold weather means steelhead fishing, at least in Michigan. Good hobby to do in slow times at work. Oh, there you go. Loader. MySpace, I'll add you to my top 8. Oh, MySpace, man, that's a throwback. You remember the glitter profiles and like all of the stuff? I'm gonna do you one more. What was the platform before MySpace? And you could do like full-on custom CSS. Like that's where I learned any of my CSS programming. I know was from this website where you could make your own custom profile with all the colors and you could put symbols in it. Oh man, I cannot remember what platform that was. Man, it was pre-MySpace though. Like MySpace was the new platform. Can't remember. I've been around for a long time. Hence the gray, or I'm sorry, this side, the gray patch. Let's see here. Colton, the wife is good. The wife is good. Yeah. Thanks for asking. I guess without having context, that's just kind of a weird question. Like, hey, how's your wife? That's just kind of, I don't know, Colton. Do I need to worry here? Do I need to worry? What's going on? Bacon. Thanks. Yes. Just wondering if you know much about hydrostatic HST loaders. Is that what you mean by HST? I'm running a Komatsu 270 and 320s, which are designed to feel familiar to a 4-speed auto. Yes, I am familiar with hydrostatic transmissions. That is primarily what I ran. Cat 938 had a hydrostat. I ran the Komatsu 320. That was hydrostat. The case is a hydro. Oh no, I take that back. The case is not a hydrostat. The case is more of a geared transmission. So yes, I've got a fair amount of experience in them. So what is your true question there? Yes, Jackson, it does suck, but unfortunately work calls and I must answer the call. But does the wife like it? She does. She keeps asking how long I'm gonna let it get, which makes me think that we're kind of at our limit of her liking it, but at the same time, we've never had a big old bushy beard. Who knows? She may like it. She may like it. We'll see. We'll see. It wasn't no, AOL Messenger was totally separate, Canadian. Sorry, I know I skipped a bunch, but I saw you guessing down there. I cannot remember the name of that site. Hang on here just a second. Original social media sites. Just a second here. What is social? This is no, that's not Friendster. When did link? No, MySpace, the original. I don't remember. Friendster, Live Journal. Wasn't Live Journal. Classmates Pure Volume. Open. It wasn't Open Diary. And art. Man, MySpace. I don't remember what it was. And I used to have a profile floating out there that still was archived from like way back when. Pension and Attic Plato. Oh, this was in the 90s. Yahoo, Live Journal, Friendster. Man, I don't know, guys. It has been so freaking long. So I was on Live Journal for a little bit, but that was super lame. No one cares about journaling. Man, I don't know, guys. I'd have to really go do some homework to find it. I can't remember. It's been so freaking long. And it was really set up like forums, but the chat was happening in real time. So you would pop into a thread, you would respond, and by the time you clicked over to the other thread that you were talking back and forth in, someone had already responded. And so it was a real-time chat, but it was done in a forum type setting. And I would spend hours in the evenings. I had friends from all over. I met friends from Brazil. I met friends from Argentina. I met friends from Scotland, and then all over the U.S. It was awesome. It was a blast. But hey, man, for the life of me, I can't remember. Let's see here. Canadian, love sweater weather. Okay, I am looking forward to the hoodie. I do like hoodie weather. I will say that. Brian, did your kids like my card? Yes. We really appreciated the card, Jackson. That was really, really sweet, and we really appreciated it. And it hit hard, man. I'm not gonna lie. I choked up a little bit, so I appreciate that. The gears aren't real though, unless there's something I don't know. He thinks it's bad for the clutch. What's going on? What? Wait. What are you saying, Big? Old school boss's dad chewed me out recently for leaving a loader in third or fourth when I parked it, saying we run in one here. The gears aren't real. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Yes. If your old school foreman thinks that running in third and fourth is bad for the loader, your foreman has no idea how to run a hydrostat loader. You absolutely can run in third and fourth gear, and the loader has an automatic transmission in it. So it's automatically adjusting the gearing however it needs to as it runs through the hydrostat range to make it work. So yeah, that's a ridiculous thing. And in most loaders, you actually have an option of whether or not the machine starts in first gear or it starts in second with the option of a step down button. So let me walk through that. So let's say, and this is the way I always run my loaders, whether it's hydrostat or a real transmission, the way I run my loaders is I have the loader where anytime I go in forward, it's automatically going to start in second. It's never going to drop down in first on its own. It's always going to start in second. Now, if I'm going into a pile or I'm starting on a steep slope, what I can do is most of the time on one of your joysticks, if you got a single joystick, or there's a button if you're doing twin sticks, there will be a step down button. And that's where if I'm starting going into a pile, I will click forward, we'll drive into the pile, and as soon as I start bogging down, I click my step down button. It drops the transmission into the next gear down, which is first. Then you'll power through, you'll get your load, you put it in reverse, and when you click back over to forward to drive away from the pile, you're starting in second gear again. 100%, that's how I recommend everyone run a loader for two reasons. One, first gear is unbelievably slow and you're only in it for a half second. Second, because there's so much torque in first, when you hit the gas and it's starting in first, it lurches the snot out of you. Versus in second gear, you get that nice smooth run up. So yeah, all that to say, yeah, your foreman has, your boss's dad has no idea what he's talking about. And if he wants to run in one, that's fine, but that's not how you run that loader. He's talking way out of his depth of knowledge there. Let's see. It has nothing to do with the clutch. Yeah. Jackson, isn't Richard Vincent it's Richard Vincent. Where is the Con Expo in Kentucky? I might be interested in coming with the wife in October. That's back and forth. Chris Hoffman, how long should it take to get a CDLA and how much does it cost on average? So it all depends. That's the problem with getting your CDL. Are you going to go to a school? Are you going to pay for a school? Because then it's probably going to run you 5 to 10 grand depending on where you're at. If you're going to do it through a company, a lot of times you can use your company's vehicle to train. So you're really only paying for testing fees. And if I remember right, it's right around $700, a grand maybe, because I think you're gonna pay for your CDL permit. I can't remember how much that is. You're gonna pay for your endorsements, and then you're gonna pay to get your actual CDL, and you're gonna pay for the driving test. And so I want to say all in, I would say max all in for all of that, you're maybe $1,200 to $1,500 and that's assuming you have to go pay for the driving test somewhere, going through a school or something. But if you're going to pay for a truck driving school, I want to say it's generally like a 4 or 5 week program, and it's going to cost you, I don't know, on average probably $7,000. So I would always recommend go get hired at a place that's willing to train you and go through there. So if someone will draw me a line, I'm going to make it down to the line. I know this is way early and I apologize, but like I said, guys, it is going to be a crazy freaking week, and I'm going to go spend some time with the family because for the next 3 or 4 weeks, I'm not going to have much time. Let's see here. And I'm way back in the comments anyway. If the enemy has a grenade launcher, that's death by dial-up. Ryan, Bacon, usually not great to start out in third and fourth, struggling to get going. But again, Ryan, he's talking about a hydrostat, and most of these loaders have the step down button. So it's really not that big of a deal if you use that step down. Now, sitting on a hill with the loader barely moving while you're hanging out in third gear, well, yeah, obviously that's going to cause a problem. But just starting out in second gear, not a problem, guys. Let's see here. Only thing I can think of is it has a well hidden 2-speed like a skid steer. So I haven't gone and looked at how hydrostats actually work. There is a physical transmission in a hydrostat. It's just the way that it's being powered is different than a traditional transmission. And so you do have gears technically in a hydrostat. They just operate differently and the machine responds differently, and it's being powered by hydraulics instead of a full-blown separate transmission system, if you will. Richard, we've already done that. We've done that. Yes, homeowner has a plumber to finish to the house, but that won't start till the city gets the manhole in. I'm on the same page with you about the city. It was a question from a viewer of mine. Yeah, unfortunately, Shane, it's just, I mean, you're familiar. You just said it. Unfortunately, you're just kind of at the mercy of the city. When their guys decide to get to it, they'll get to it. But you're not, I want to say around here, you're not even allowed to go into the street unless you get the proper certifications and permitting. So even if the homeowner wanted to rush the job and pay the plumber to do it, I don't think they're capable of doing it. So it is what it is sometimes. Maybe too much load on a pump if there's a 2-speed. It's yeah, again, the way hydrostats work, it's not a problem. And you're gonna know, obviously, if you're in too high of a gear, it's gonna act like any other geared vehicle. It's gonna bog. You can tell it's very stressful on the machine. Don't be a dipshit. I mean, when that happens, kick down. And if it's still bogging, kick down again. That's all it takes. It's not something that you need to. But guys who intentionally run their loader in first or second gear all over the job site, nobody has time for that. You will take forever to get material around on the job site. No one has time to watch you fart around in second gear all day. Sweet Jesus. Anyways, let's see here. Boom. Never hurts to check on people if it's been a while. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Richard Vincent, Chris Hoffman, you can get a CDL license in 2 or 3 weeks. Again, that's assuming you've got someone working with you full time in your company. You're a ridiculously fast learner and you get lots of road time. Realistically, by the time you get your trainer's license and actually get enough time that you'd be comfortable taking the test, you're probably a month and a half. But that's consistent drive time. Let's see here. Riley, what's going on? Good to see you. Question, why is it where I work, site work is whatever when it comes to pace, but when it comes to pipe, everyone loses their minds, no time to think. Site work in general always seems to be super sluggish. I think their timelines are a little more drawn out, but I don't know why. But pipe work and heavy civil work, doing road work or airport work, that's all just balls to the wall. And I have no idea why there's that big of a difference. Canadian, there are 2 limits for beards in my opinion. Short, trimmed, well kept versus bushy, big, and fabulous. And then there's the weird transition period where you're in the middle and you look like Mr. Tumnus. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. It was not Netscape Messenger, Desiree. I cannot remember. It's gonna take like serious research to figure out what that site was. As the in-between from one to the other might be a little meh until you reach... Yeah, exactly, Canadian. Bacon while, bacon. Sorry. Meanwhile, boss is stressed out about fuel prices, and I know keeping hydrostat ratio limiter 1 or 2 when it's not appropriate burns a lot of extra fuel. Yes, and you're slow. I mean, at the end of the day, the loader is a production machine. You are carrying materials all over the job site, and you're really going to sit here and tell me you want me carrying materials in second gear? I could walk with a wheelbarrow faster than a loader can drive in second gear. Come on, guys. Get it out of second gear. That sucker needs to be running around that job site in third and fourth gear unless you need to use second. And again, when you throw it in forward, it's going to start in second. It doesn't just start. So here's the other thing about hydrostats. Any loader like that isn't going to start in third gear. All of the new loaders have a computer, and if you look over on your little buttons over here, you should have a little transmission gear with an auto on it, and you should push that. That should always be pushed. If it's not, then we need to retool this conversation. You should always have your loader in auto mode where it's going to automatically shuffle through the gears. There's no sense in you manually shifting your gear with your little knob selector. My knob selector, when I run a loader, my knob selector is always on fourth. And I have my auto, so it will automatically step up and step down in the gearing. And then again, I set it, and this is another setting you can go in and finding your menus. I always set it to where I start in second gear. And then if I need first, I will step down into first. That is the most efficient, productive way to run a loader. You've got speed all the time. You have torque and power when you need it, which is generally, most of the time, only when you're going into a pile or when I'm climbing a pile, dumping stone into a hole for the pipe crew or something where I've got to actually cross some pretty rough terrain. Those are the only two instances I'm really ever going to need first gear. Outside of that, second is going to do everything I need. So, let's see here. You guys did draw lines, and then everyone kept talking past them. Yeah. So we'll see what happens when we get there. My God. Let's see here. Boom, boom. Where did we go here? Let's see here. Impulse reaction. Good to see you. How do you deal with a new flagger at work? She wants to sit on my lap while I load trucks to see what it's like. I feel like this is not a real scenario because I have yet to ever run into this situation ever on a job site. So Impulse, I would probably say bullshit. Not AOL, Desiree. I was on AIM. In fact, my wife and I got to know each other really well over AOL Instant Messenger. We knew each other in real life, but that's how we communicated because she lived in Michigan and I lived in Texas. Impulse, you let her go for a ride, then you take her home. There you go. I was on AOL. Riley, I was running a Cat 924G loader moving hay. Oof. How are your allergies? Sweet Jesus. Canadian. Love running loaders in manual. No, see, I'm sorry guys, but I'm a fan of the creature comforts. I am. The newer cabs, all the bells and whistles, HVAC. I'm all about it. Someone knows Netscape. Hell yes. Yeah, we are the old school people when it comes to the internet. Yes, the Komatsu has a replica kickdown button, but it doesn't seem to lower the ratio. It just disables traction control. I don't think it's disabling your traction control. It's literally stepping the transmission down to where you have that much more torque. It does step the transmission down. I mean, you could compare it to a skid steer with high range and low range, if you will. But you have way more torque when you go into first. When you drop that transmission down, it is significantly more torque. You might have to increase your traction control so that it really kicks in when you do that. I have no idea what Shafan just said. Holland or Mbap? I have no idea. I really hate Komatsu loaders with a burning passion. All right, Canadian has spoken. If you're having to step down to first, you're not hitting the pile hard enough. Bury the bucket in third full throttle. Thank you, Shane. Finally, someone who knows how to properly wreck a loader. If you don't have a heaped bucket by the time your loader slams into the pile at least 25 miles an hour, you're not loading the bucket correctly. I want to see that boom cylinder snap and come back at the cab. That's how you know you've got the appropriate amount of speed going into the pile to load your bucket. Just saying. There you go. And sweet Jesus, for the new operators, please understand that Shane and I are both dripping with sarcasm with everything that was just said. Please get that. Ryan, I don't think you need to worry about a Komatsu loader. All of ours are John Deere. John Deere, my favorite thing about John Deere is the freaking forward neutral reverse switch is reversed from everybody else's loader. That is a freaking safety hazard if I've ever seen one. But anyway, whatever. Let's see here. My hydraulic lock in my current rental loader blocks the joystick, so I can't do bucket tilt or boom down. I gotta wedge the hydraulic lock lever to properly use the joystick. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I totally forgot that about Komatsu's, that they have the lever hydraulic. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, that's stupid. Why would you not have a button? Why do you have a freaking... It's so dumb. I'm with you. I'm with you, Canadian. Full speed in the pile. We need production. Hell yes. I have to go to CDL school now. Federal law just changed. My coworker's permit just expired. Now he has to go through the whole class. Woo! And look at that. There's our line. Ladies and gentlemen, there is our line. And you guys are just continuing to, you know, you keep rolling there. Boom. I can't do it, guys. It's too late. It's too late. I have to go to work in the morning, and I'm going to go spend time with my family. So with that being said, I sincerely do hope all of you guys have a safe like next 3 to 4 weeks. Like I said, we're not going to be doing the live stream for at least 3 or 4 weeks because of all of the stuff. I've got multiple trips. We've got Labor Day in there. We've just got so much stuff. So I'm just going to say, keep an eye out here in the next 3 or 4 weeks for another announcement that there's going to be a live stream. We'll make sure to put it on Instagram. We'll make sure to put the little deal on YouTube here a couple days in advance so you guys know it's coming. But no live stream. But we are going to continue to do Sweat and Grimes, so make sure you're tuning in to Sweat and Grime, and that way you will kind of get your fix even though we're not doing the live stream. So thank you guys for tuning in. I do apologize that it was such a short stream, and congratulations again to my man Jackson. You guys have yourselves a lovely evening, and we'll see you here shortly.